to stand in for Mr. Flanagan because of the fact that Mr. Flanagan is in federal court and may not be here until later, and we don't want to keep our interpreter any longer than we have to. So, Madam Interpreter, you have the oath.
I do, yes.
Madam Interpreter, if you'll let us place you under oath.
Do you solemnly swear that you will justly, truly, fairly, and impartially act as an interpreter in the case now before the court, so help you God?
I will.
Before we get started, Judge, I thought one of them had the plea paperwork. I need to get that. So if we maybe could second call it for like 30 minutes just to give me time to do that.
You know what it is?
I know what the plea
You know what the
is.
agreement is?
I do, but it's pretty extensive and I gotta get
All right,
the
well,
plea.
let's apparently we need to find some paperwork to make sure it's filled out. So it'll be a few minutes, but as soon as we have that paperwork, we will call you back up. All right.
I'll get it to you.
Classic courtroom chaos. Lost paperwork and an attorney in federal court. Here we are waiting on a plea deal to drop like a mixtape. But this isn't just any case. It's packing 23 counts. Yep, 23. Buckle in.
Your Honor, Mr. Castro is for plea today.
Hold on just a second. Have we sworn in our interpreter?
I have not sworn in this one. No. Do you solemnly swear that you will justly, truly, fairly, and impartially act as an interpreter in the case now before the court, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Castro is for plea today. Essentially, he will be pleading to a total of 4 years on supervised probation. There's a list of charges on the back that goes into detail on each charge.
Mr. Castro needs to raise his right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm?
For years of unsupervised probation for a 23-count indictment sounds light, right? But don't jump to conclusions. These plea deals often come after serious negotiation. Still, you have to ask, is justice being served or just managed?
But the testimony you shall now give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
State your full name for the record.
Rodovaldo Hernandez Castro.
All right, Mr. Castro, you are here today on an indictment that contains 23 different counts. Your lawyer is Mr. Craig Roveri, and he is not here, but he has asked for an attorney to stand in on his behalf. Is that acceptable to you, to have a lawyer standing in for Mr. Roveri so that your case can be disposed of? You need to answer verbally.
Yes.
All right. Have you seen or been shown a copy of the charges against you?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you feel like you fully understand what you're facing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have a right to plead not guilty to this charge?
Yes.
And to have a speedy and public trial by jury?
Yes.
Do you understand that a nolo contendere or no contest plea simply means that you are not going to admit you did anything wrong, but you're not going to contest the state's evidence, and the state will tell me what their evidence would be at trial, and I will use that?
Here's a key legal nugget for you. No contest doesn't mean innocent. It means a defendant isn't fighting the charges, but also isn't confessing. Basically, I'm not saying I did it, but I'm not trying to argue either. And yes, it still leads to a conviction.
Evidence to support a finding of guilt.
Yes.
Do you understand that you would have the right to an attorney if you went to trial, and to have one appointed if you could not afford your own?
Yes.
Do you understand that at trial you would be presumed to be innocent until such time, if ever, the state proved your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, to the satisfaction of all 12 jurors,
a la satisfacción de 12 miembros del jurado.
and all 12 would have to be unanimous before you could be convicted.
Unánimamente ser culpable.
You understand if you went to trial, you and your lawyer could confront and cross-examine all witnesses the state brought,
Estado presente
and you could bring in your own witnesses by the use of a subpoena.
mediante la autoridad.
Yes.
Do you understand at trial, you would be presumed to be innocent? You would not have to testify or prove anything, and no inference of guilt would arise because you did not testify. Do you understand that if you went to trial and were found guilty, you could appeal that conviction and the sentence imposed to the Court of Criminal Appeals and have a lawyer appointed to help you with that appeal?
Yes.
You understand by pleading no contest, you're waiving your right to a trial and to an appeal. And all I will do is approve what your lawyer has worked out. You understand this is going to result in a number of convictions, and those convictions will be on your record in the future to enhance or make more severe the punishment you will receive if you are ever again convicted of a crime.
Yes.
You understand everything I have explained to you?
Yes.
Do you want to plead?
This is where it gets real. The judge reminds Mr. Castro that every conviction stacks today's slap on the wrist could be tomorrow's hammer of the law. Repeat offenders, they get no mercy when the gavel comes.
Contest according to this agreement?
Declararse, entonces no contestaré por medio de esta declaración.
And waive your right to a trial?
Yo quiero jugar los 4 años de la condición.
Yes, I want to take the 4 years that they're giving.
Is your decision to plead no contest today voluntary?
Contestaré voluntario.
Anybody forcing you to do this against your will?
No.
All right. You understand that I cannot accept your plea unless I'm satisfied there is a factual basis for it.
Satisfecho de que hay una base.
Then I need you to listen as the state tells me what their evidence would be at trial.
Mientras el Estado me diga cuál es la evidencia que ellos tenían.
And I'll ask you to step aside so that the district attorney can have the podium, please. And you can continue to interpret for us.
Yes, Judge. If this case had gone to trial, the state would expect to be able to show that on November 11th of 2023, Deputy Lasner of the Humphreys County Sheriff's Office observed a vehicle in the pilot in Humphreys County that had a temporary license plate number that was a false tag. He conducted an investigation. He determined that the tag was false. He followed up with a search of Mr. Castro's person. And in his wallet, he found multiple Walmart cards and I think Macy's cards as well, with writing on them that the defendant was using to basically conduct forgery by skimming the credit cards.